Hey guys, Nicole here, and I'm back. Um, I'm going to put together a few more page kits here, and I'm so sorry. There's gonna be so many videos of me doing this with this kit because it was a big kit. So I just thought I would just video each time I sat down to do some, because they're going to be some that are quite different. So if you recall, I have these brighter papers here that you're looking at that were from like the Amy Tangerine, some simple stories and things, and then intermixed with some crepe paper lines, which had the more vintage feel to them. So I'm hoping that, um, as you see the different styles and looks of the kits and how I approach adding embellishments to those, that will have some value. Otherwise, it's just fun to look at, product being put together, right? But I apologize. It's just going to be a lot. And I'm not super fast at it because I'm probably adding in too much to each page kit. But so it's taking me a little bit longer than I thought it would. But that's okay. I don't want to stress about it. I want to enjoy it. And so far I am. So let's see, gosh, it's been a while since I've done a video. I did a haul a little bit ago because I had an order I had put in a long time ago from a Cherry on Top come in while we were gone. But I did go and come back from Hawaii with the family. And so I also want to do some videos and some work on my Hawaii album. I have all my pictures on my computer. And I think it's going to be a project I kind of need to do at home because I'll be printing different sizes. So, because I thought about that'd be a fun project to take on a weekend, crop and work on, but I think I'm going to be printing lots of different sizes. So that's easier to do at home with my big printer. But anyway, I'm going to hopefully, get going on that here soon. But no, Hawaii was amazing. So much fun. I loved every second of it, and want to go back. So it was so great. So we stayed on the island of Maui, and the traveling was the hardest part because we drove to Denver, which is about 6 to 7 hours. And then the first flight is like a couple hours to San Francisco, and then the last flight's like 5 hours to Maui. And of course, you then gain 5 hours going there. So like on our way home, we pretty much lost a night of sleep because we left late at night, and with the intent of sleeping as much as we could on the plane and then driving home right when we landed in Denver. But so we left at like 10 o'clock on a Tuesday night, and we got home like 7 o'clock, 6 or 7 o'clock on the Wednesday evening. So it was, and of course we lost 5 hours. But still, like, even with that, it was just a lot of travel, and that's okay. Like, that's part of it. And that was, a lot of that was still fun and exciting for us and for the girls. The airplane experience is always fun for the kids. And then the airlines that we were on, is it Virgin Islands? They are combining with Alaskan Airlines. They had movies for each individual seat, or like a TV for each seat that you could watch free movies and TV and play games, and that helped the time go. So that was fine. But just especially when you're on your way home and you're already depressed from leaving, it's like you just want to get home at that point. But it was all good. We had great experiences in so many ways. Got to see one of my college roommates and best friends for 2 days. Spent 2 days with her and her family, and just had an amazing time. So I am thankful that we were able to go and fit it in. And of course, we've been off since we got home. We've got sleep-wise, and then time change, and we got home and it was right into like Halloween festivities and things. So we had some late nights, and we're just finally kind of getting to the point, like even my youngest daughter, who is not a napper, like has been laying down and taking naps. So I think she's just so exhausted because of course they came home and had to catch up on a bunch of schoolwork. Some they did beforehand, but most of it they were catching up after the fact. And it's just been crazy. So back into work and all that good stuff. So I think we're finally kind of getting back into normal sleep schedule and stuff again. But anyway, so it's just part of it. But we're just entering busy time for my work, and so I'm hoping I can get some time in to work on the album for that, and hopefully get another scrapbooking weekend in with Angie here before the end of the year, and get done with this process here with these kits, and at least get them done so that I can start pulling from them and scrapbooking with them. I have so many things I want to do. Like I feel like my head's overwhelmed with ideas and things I need to do or want to do, and I just feel like finding the motivation and time to do it is what I'm struggling with. But it's okay. We'll just do what I do, and I guess it's not like it's life or death, right? So anyway, here I'm just working on, again, just going through. I'm very slowly, well, not super slowly, but kind of actually more quickly, noticing that I'm using up and, throwing away a lot of background, leftover stuff. So I'm getting these stickers used, I'm getting them, or at least put in a place to be used. And, a lot of these items are going to be out of my stash, whether it be that they get used on a page or if they end up just loose in my stash somewhere. They take up way less room that way than they do in these sheets. And so it'll be nice to just have a good portion of this out of my stash. And I just kind of I'm trying not to think about it too hard. I try to, if I have a full sheet of word stickers, I'm just cutting off 3 or 4 lines of them and adding them to the kit and calling it good. I'm not looking at the words say. I'm just going to say I'm going to try to use what's on here. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. That's fine. But I'm trying not to think about it too hard. So, because again, I don't know what pictures I'm using for these individual pages. And so, maybe it'll be those things that I just randomly put in there that will guide me to a picture or guide me to a story. That happens a lot. So, let's see, what else can I talk about? Let's see what's going on in our world here. Not a whole lot. We are enjoying being done with cross country and being done with volleyball. So now we're kind of back to just a regular schedule of just school and dance for the most part. We still have little random things for band and music and stuff like that, but we're kind of getting to a nice schedule as far as the kids go. And I have a lot of pictures on my phone, especially, that I've been taking at those different things that need to be scrapbooked. And so I have been making an effort to take more photos because I've been finding that sometimes my motivation and mojo is related to I'm not excited about my photos. And so that's definitely something I've been trying to work on, is continuing to take more photos. And sometimes you just, I love to tell stories about daily life, and then sometimes I just kind of forget to do that. So trying to remember to take photos of daily life and scrapbooking those. So I wish I could make these a little bit faster, but unfortunately the program I use only goes up 2 times. And still I'm having trouble. I can kind of see what I'm doing here, but the main screen in the program is frozen. And so I don't know, I think it's like the longer the video is, I don't know, the harder time it has. And so I'm kind of getting frustrated, and it's a free program. I paid for a little bit and then didn't realize I didn't use the extra features I got. So it's a free program, so I can't complain too much, right? But I used to be able to see everything I was doing, and now it's like almost impossible, which is very frustrating. But it seems to do fine during shorter videos, so that could be the case. So I believe I'm just kind of going through and adding in, more of the bright colors. So the brighter yellows, pinks, greens, and are kind of providing me the color scheme. And then in the floral paper, there's a aqua blue in there as well. And so I believe I did these videos, these first two kits like last week. And so I'm trying to remember what all I did, but I, try to get some more blues in there just so that I can use that paper and have some blue options to go to if I need them. And let's see, what else can I talk about? Well, you guys are watching me put these kits together. I know it's not super exciting, but there's only so much I can talk about because I'm just filtering through each. I've kind of condensed some of the containers, and when I do, cut out, say, a few stickers from a sheet, if I'm leaving a few, just like there's like a portion of it that just has 1 or 2 stickers on it, I'm putting it into the loose bin. So I'm trying to do that as I go. And so I'm moving on to this second one here. And I lost my train of thought. Let's see. Nope, still working. Sorry, I forgot where I was going with that. I'm just going through each of these, each sheet and each bin, and just trying to pull all the brighter color elements that would fit with this color scheme. And sometimes it's hard because some of the stickers that have multiple colors, they have a random color in them that aren't in this, in this particular page kit. And so it's like, do you use it or do you not? So I've been trying to, if I don't want to introduce like a navy blue into this kit. And so I'm not going to use stickers with navy blue on them, but I know it wouldn't be that big of a deal. And I'm not going to, there are going to be times where I do, but I know I have enough different types of kits that have different color schemes that I should be able to get all of these items into one kit or the other. And then what I'll do with the leftovers is I'll just maybe put all the leftovers in one bin along with the alpha letter stickers that I've been cutting separate from all the sticker sheets and putting in a pile, and along with the extra 12x12 and 6x6 papers that I had left over that I didn't use. And just kind of have one pile of just extras. I'll have it to the side of my desk, and so I will still have, I'll still be able to access what is left over from this process and hopefully get a lot of it used. So let's see. I did a haul recently. I'm trying to think of what I've been doing scrapbooking lately, but I haven't done a whole lot. I did a haul from a Cherry on Top, and then also got a few things from Walmart, and That is a kit it was actually a traveler's notebook that I got at Walmart that inspired me to use it as an album documenting, see more ideas, documenting my business from like when we bought the building and renovated it through today and continuing. Because it's gone through a lot of changes, either like the building has or the actual business itself. And so I wanted to get a kit put together for that because I've been setting aside like coffee themed supplies anyway, because I knew that I'd want to use those someday for pages or an album about my business, because now initially it didn't, but now it includes a coffee shop. And then there was a paper line that I thought I think it was Paige Evans. What was her, I think it's her latest collection that was really kind of focused on change and starting over. And I thought that would be a really nice line because it has like a whole beautiful 12 by 12 paper with coffee cups on it. That might be a really pretty line to use for that album. And so I'm pretty excited to get that kind of organized. So if I need a break from this process, I might just stop and do that. And this fancy pants sheet that's, I think, on the top of the pile here that you're looking at, I don't know if I'll be able to use that on any of these. I'll have to wait and see. All the tones of that sticker sheet are completely different, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, so the only hard thing is, because that paper line is a little bit brighter and cutesy, is our building is like an older building with like brick and cement walls and wood ceilings, and it's very cozy and like darker and vintage. And so we'll see. It might be interesting to see how that meshes. So we'll see. Or if I don't know, we'll have to see how that works. Otherwise, I'll just keep looking for either make my own homemade kit or, kind of collect all my pictures, which I need to do anyway. And I mean, it's a traveler's notebook, so I'm not going to be using a ton of paper. So maybe I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. Maybe I don't know. Because it's going to be very journaling based, but I want to include some pictures. Obviously, I won't be able to include all of them anyway. So I don't know. So I've already told stories on 12 by 12 pages, and I'll continue to do that using supplies that match the photos. But this, I think, will be more story based, and I'll probably add in photos, to assist the story and the process of how things came to be. So I can maybe pick and choose ones that will fit. So we'll see. I gotta just figure that out, but I thought that would be I've been wanting to do that anyway, and I thought that would be a fun project to do. I'm always looking for different sizes and things to do, scrapbooking wise, as far as like with my Hawaii album, doing 8.5 by 11 and a lot of divided page protectors and things like that. So change is always good in my book. So trying something new and doing something a little bit different. So anyway, sorry, this particular page kit's taking me a while. Oh goodness. Let's see what else is going on. So yeah, I haven't done any shopping hardly at all lately. Like I said, I just did a haul, but it's stuff I'd ordered a long time ago. I love a cherry on top, but it seems like it just takes forever to get stuff. Because if you pre-order, I would think that we would be first up to get stuff, when it came in, and I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know if there's any new good stuff out there. I'm not familiar. I probably shouldn't even look. but I don't need any more stuff for sure. But it's always fun when you've been away for a while to, get back in and see what new items are coming out. Haven't hardly watched YouTube at all. I just haven't had time, and I've been trying to catch up on my podcasts and stuff from when we were gone, and that's just easier to do with most situations, is listen and not watch something. And so because I'm doing something else, I'm driving or I'm cleaning or whatever, so I need to sit down and catch up on some YouTube and kind of get back in. I'm not super motivated right now. I'm not super inspired, which is sad. So sitting down and doing this kind of stuff is perfect because it's kind of mindless, but I don't have to be super creative, which is nice. And so so at least I'm doing something. I don't know. You feel that like when you see a page or you see a video or you think about it and you get that little spark of, oh, I want to get in my room. And I just haven't had that lately. And I don't know why. I don't know. I don't know. I wish it was different, but I know it'll change. It'll get there. And that's okay, honestly, because my house needs some attention. After I had it completely clean for the most part before we left. And since we got home, it's just, gone to crap so fast. It's like, how do we get this dirt? And it's just because we were busy, so we drop things, and then we say we'll do this tomorrow. And my kids have gotten, we got their laundry done, and it's just a mess. So I just need to just really, and that's okay. Like, take a break and get stuff done that you're motivated to do or that's kind of in front of you. And I mentioned before that I'm trying to move forward with my Young Living oil business and kind of do more with that. So I have an event planned coming up, and I've been trying to do videos for the YouTube channel and my Facebook page. But then even that I haven't done much with lately either, just because, catching up from a vacation is always time consuming, but it's okay. Like I said, nothing's life or death. It's not like it's no one else. It's not like I'm letting anyone else down in the process. It's just things that I want to do, and just I need to be more motivated, and it's okay. Anyway, so I'm still digging. This kit is way too big, but that's okay. The My Mind's Eye old chipboard sticker sheet there that had like the birds and stuff is, to me, just really going to be, like, I look at it and think, oh, this is going to be really hard to use. So we'll see if I get those used, but I think as individual pieces, I might be better at getting those used. Okay, so on to, I think, what was this, kit number 2? Maybe that was just one kit. I thought I had 2. I'm sorry. Or maybe I just missed one because I was talking and not paying attention. So this one's a little bit different. This one still has brighter colors, but this multicolor pink fresh paper. Sorry, I heard a really weird noise. Probably my dog, I'm sure. I was trying to figure out what it was. Anyway, so it has many colors, and it has navy blue and even like a light gray and some reds. And so those are kind of colors I haven't worked a ton with yet as far as these individual kits. And so it makes it fun because it gives me lots of options, but then at the same time, it's like, put a ton in there because I don't know what color direction the layout will go. But if you can see, there's like a white and black striped, and then a yellow, I think it's a chevron. And then this camera paper, the little heart inside the camera is like that red color. But then the paper then adds in, of course, the greens and the light pinks and greens. And so it's fun. It gives me lots of fun options. And I'm mixing navy blue with black, which is fun because that gives me, again, more options as well. Sorry, my phone's ringing. If you guys can hear that or not. So anyway, so I'm just trying to get all the different colors represented in the embellishments. So whatever avenue or direction I take, I hopefully have enough options. Let's see, so what else can I talk about? I could just put music to these things and maybe some of you guys would like that better. But I personally don't. When I watch, I don't love music ones. I don't know why. I especially don't like videos where people are talking and then there's music in the background. My brain can't handle that. And I know that there's a lot of scrapbooking ones that do that, and I'm sorry. I even actually had a podcast I really wanted to listen to, and they're sitting here talking to each other, like these two guys, and there's music in the background, like they have it as part of their program, and I'm like, you guys, stop it! Like most people, that drives batty. Like it's just too much for your brain. Maybe that's just me, but it is so, I just can't handle it. It's just so distracting. I can't listen to a conversation or listen to someone talking and then have the music going in the background of the video. And so anyway, I just don't like to just do music at all. And you all know I'm super low tech. Like I don't have like intro things. I don't have, I very rarely put text on. Even if I know I make a mistake, I'm like, who cares? I could put text on there and say, oops, sorry guys, I meant the wrong thing. But most people just get it. They know. And I don't edit. I do, I have to put together multiple videos together through this program, but I just don't. It's one of those things, maybe someday, but I just don't have the patience for it and I don't have the desire to do it. And I think, you know what, this is just the way my videos are. And if people don't like it, they don't have to watch. I talk, I say, I may have some quiet time, if I can't think of something to say. And I don't do videos like this very often where I'm just trying to think of things to say because, I can only talk about the subject at hand so long. You guys can watch what I'm doing. You don't have to hear me talk about each specific decision, especially since I can't really see them, unfortunately, through my program. I really wish I might have to just play around and figure out if I can get something. I do everything through my phone, and so it's through an app, and maybe I need to look into doing it on my computer, but this is just easier for me. This is something I can do wherever I'm at in the house, and I can find a quiet spot and just do a voiceover and call it good. And where my computer is a whole different story. So, but anyway, so I just keep it low tech. I make my video, I upload it. If I do it, I may do a voiceover if I need one before I upload it. And I call it good. And I know it's not fancy. I know that there's some really amazing channels out there that, put a lot of work into editing and adding in their intro, visuals and things like that. And that's just not me. And I'm just not motivated to do that. And maybe someday I will be, but right now I just want to keep this simple for me. Otherwise I won't do it. I want to be able just to do the video and upload it and call it good. And I'm not going to be perfectionist about it. And I figure if people aren't good with that, they want to watch people who are very crisp and clear and have very well done videos, and that's just going to be it's just going to be not me, and that's okay. Like, that's totally fine. This is YouTube, I'm sure, has millions of, video makers, and they're all different styles and have different type, people that watch them for different reasons. And I'm okay just, having people watch me that don't mind the ums and don't mind the non-professionalism of my videos. So anyway, see, I say a lot, especially when I'm trying to kill 15 minutes, you guys. When you're doing like a process video or a haul, like you're talking as you're doing, and this is just, voiceovers are different. Even when you're doing a process video voiceover, it's shorter and you are talking about what you're doing step by step, because that's kind of the whole point of the video. Whereas this is just like you're watching me just play with product, and I don't really need to talk about each individual thing. And so I guess you just get me blabbering. So that's okay. So let's see if I moved on. Yeah, I'm still working on this. I have this it's like I would call it like a journaling card or project life card type of notebook from, I think, Michaels. I think it's Recollections probably. And it has like all the brighter colors, like the oranges and greens and blues and yellows and pinks. And so I'd put this with this kit. And so it's been nice to go to those, or to that little paper pad, when I'm needing some extra larger layers. So I added in some of the, I think, blue and green ones, just to have, or maybe I just add green because I already have the blue and those paper scraps there. But that just helps. I'm always good, it's always important for me to have multiple items from the different layering sections of the layout, I guess I'll say. So I want to make sure I have enough of that, because again, if you remember correctly, I'm starting this embellishing process with the last page kits I made, which means that they had, I was like struggling to get, the larger layering pieces into these kits because I was out of almost everything. And so these are the ones that were lighter on those medium and larger layers. And so as I keep going with these kits, the kit itself is going to start with more layering possibilities. And so I think adding embellishments too won't be quite as intensive, because I already have a good pile of, product for that page. But here I'm starting with, like, this one here had one piece, that long horizontal piece that says life documented. It was the only piece that I added to this kit out of that initial process. And so I'm looking forward to kind of getting a little bit further into the pile when I have more to start with, as far as the larger layers and die cut pieces and those kinds of things. So hopefully everyone had a good Halloween. Right before I left, I did a Halloween layout for my Get It Scrapped assignment. It was really fun. The assignment was to use black and white with pastels. And I had something else kind of pictured in my head of what I wanted to do. I actually was really thinking about that We Are Memory Keepers chalkboard line that was just gorgeous, and it had like the black and white, like chalkboardy looking design, and then it mixed with the light aquas and light pinks and light yellows, and it was so pretty. And so I thought I was going to probably pull that out and, if I can find where it's at. But instead, I decided that since we were close to Halloween, even though the layout's going to upload after Halloween, I figured that's okay, because that's when people are going to be hopefully scrapbooking their pictures from Halloween. I always struggle with Halloween, because I love Halloween product. I just do. But my girls are almost always in non-Halloween colored outfits. This has always been a struggle for me. I don't know why. Like there was one year they were both witches. Like one was orange and black, one was purple and black, and that was perfect because I was able to use so much like typical Halloween product. But recently in one of my recent hauls, I got I think is it Pink Paisley's new Halloween line that adds in like these blush pinks and some other like lighter oranges and some just lighter colors. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do that. So I actually pulled out a photo and scrapbooked with that line that had, your blacks and your greens and your, different colors. But then it pulls in these like lighter colors, like I would call them pastel. A couple were, a couple weren't. And so hopefully they'll be okay with that. But I loved how it turned out because it just helped me kind of mix that. It helped me, I guess it made it easier for me because I had the typical Halloween product, but then I was able to put in these little tidbits of lighter, brighter colored pieces that helped kind of mesh the girly, costumes with, the stark, darker colors of Halloween. So anyway, that was fun. But yeah, I need to see something else I want to do is pull out my Halloween product and do some Halloween layouts from this year, but I don't know if that's going to happen. We'll see. So do you guys scrapbook like themed? Do you guys, I know that I do everything. So yes, I do. And I have my room organized accordingly, and so it's easier for me to do. So I don't know, it's always fun to see. I know the question was I think brought about maybe in the Scrap Gals Facebook page, maybe I don't remember now, or maybe no, I think it was actually Get It Scrapped. I think Debbie actually asked that question. So it's always fun to see who avoids it or who does it or who just mixes it in and does some like I do. I'm all about the theme. I like to, I don't know, I love Halloween product. I love fall product. I love Christmas product. So the only ones I struggle with more are like Easter, Valentine's Day. I would probably struggle with Valentine's Day if it weren't for crepe paper. Honestly, like they always had the cutest Valentine's lines, and they actually have a new one out that I want to get. But Easter and Easter I struggle with a little bit because it's hard for me to find Easter stuff that fits my style. I found a couple lines over the years. 4th of July, there's usually always a good abundance of options. But I found that I've somehow collected a lot of more vintage 4th of July, like distressed, but I tend to like the brighter 4th of July stuff. So I need to kind of clean that out and maybe put some of that into my heritage section of my scrapbook room. Because I know I tried to get it out to scrapbook with at one of my crops and I just struggled. I was like, oh, I don't know. I can't do this. Like, this isn't working. Because my girls had like these bright white shirts on with, red and blue. And my papers were this distressed, red and blue, like We Are Memory Keepers type of distress. And so I just need to kind of go dig through that and but yeah, so I think I'm done with this one. Yes. And moving on to the next one, which is I actually so the pink paper is actually more of like a orangey pink. And I notice, all right, about 5 minutes in as I'm adding embellishments, because okay, so the black paper that has all the brighter colors and the florals has like a brighter pink, like a darker pink. And so it wasn't meshing with me. So I end up actually taking this pink paper out and I added in, I don't know if you remember the very beginning, I had like a Simple Stories bright paper set that I didn't end up using. Oh, what did I do? was weird. Okay. I don't end up using, oh, sorry for what I was saying. I forgot what I was saying. So I pull that brighter pink polka dot paper over. I think it's polka dot on one side and chevron on the other. And it just meshes so much better, which makes sense because I think it was made to go with the Simple Stories line that the floral paper is 6x6 paper is from. So, but then it just all kind of comes together, and then I can, because then I was trying to get a mix of both colors of pink in to combine them, and then I was like, it was just getting difficult. And so, sorry guys, I don't know if there's a little clip in there that was a little weird. I don't know where that came from. So hopefully I don't have repeating video here. But if I do, I guess you know me. I probably won't edit it out. But it all, works great once I get that pink paper just switched. And I go ahead and put this whole thing of brads in there because they all mesh with this color scheme so well. And I just figure I can grab from it if I need to, from other kits if I need to. I'll know where it's at. So I just did this kit, so I'll be able to talk about it a little bit better. So I'm just looking at that floral paper that has so many colors. It has blues and yellows and orange and like reds and pinks and greens. So tons of fun options for colors. And so I just go through the embellishments and pull out all the brighter colors that match. And this is a great one. Oh, I know what I'm going to do when I'm done here. I still had a couple of those orange burlap pieces, and I'm going to add one to this one, I think, because there's orange in that paper. I think I had like two of those left. But this was a great place for me to use orange embellishments because of that orange in this paper, which was nice because I was kind of getting a collection of orange stuff. And I know that there's a few more kits down the line that have orange in them too, but I end up taking out, as you can see, I'm using these chipboard pieces because they matched the pink paper that I have in there now, but then when I pull that, I pull those as well because they don't match the brighter pink, they matched the older pink. And so so it just took a little bit of an adjusting. And I just try to cut down each sheet as I can. So if I, have, like a fourth of the sheet that's empty, I try to just cut it off because it's kind of hard to deal with 12 by 12, chipboard sheets or sticker sheets. It's not the easiest to maneuver. So as I can, I cut them down. And then if, like I said, there's individual random stickers and parts of the sheet, I just cut them out and put them in my rummage bin, as I call it, that has all the loose pieces. And so that just helps kind of it helps the downsizing and working with the future kits because I don't have as much to handle. And these cards that were in that recollections pad are double-sided. And so that's the nice thing is I have a couple options. Oh. So let's see what else to talk about. What do we got going on this week? So today I'm off, which is nice, and my girls don't have anything in the evening, just glorious. So we actually get to come home tonight and stay home and eat supper. My husband's out of town, but he'll be home tomorrow because we have a playoff football game. Our boys made the playoffs, think we're in round 2? 2 or 3? I have no idea. I think we're around 3 actually. So that's exciting. My husband announces all the home games, so he will come home tomorrow so he can be home to do that. And then tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday, tomorrow I don't work. I'm off on Tuesdays. But then after school, we have ballet. And then between my girls' ballet class, I have to run them back to where they go to school. And my daughter has to work concessions for a little while for the football game until she has to get to dance class. And then Wednesday is work all day. And our employee is gone this week, so I'm working a lot this week. I'm going to be so tired this coming weekend. I work from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'll work from 6:30 in the morning until about 5:30 at night. Normally I work 8 to 2. And then on Fridays I do 1 to about 5:30. So since we've hired somebody, my hours have lessened a little bit, and that's actually been super nice because early mornings were getting really hard to maneuver with my husband because he travels a lot. And anyway, so it's just going to be a long week. But then, so then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we have dance, but then our girls made state volleyball. So then we get out of school early Thursday and no school Friday. But I still have to work full days. And so thankfully my husband's going to be able to help out this week. It's one of those weeks I'm like, can you just try to stay local as possible, travel during the day and be home because I need your help this week. And then next week you're all good because he needs to travel. Like a lot of times when he travels, he's gone from 2, 3, 4 nights at a time. And so, it's like, just can you wait one more week to do that? One more, please. And so thankfully he's able to make that work. So hopefully like next week, not this coming week, but next week, I can hopefully maybe get some good scrapbooking stuff done because I'll hopefully have the house to myself and I'll be back to regular work schedule and stuff. So we'll see. But, you know how that goes. Every week is just a little bit different, but once state is done, it's like we'll have kind of our normal school schedule back. Like right now, it's like, we get out early so that people can go to the games, and that kind of messes up, carpooling schedules and things like that. So anyway, so here I am just, so you can see I got that brighter pink paper in there and it just looks better. But this floral paper has so many fun colors. So I just kind of kept adding and adding and adding and found some really fun pieces in these different colors. I love that camera paper. I think it's Amy Tangerine. It's one of my favorite papers. It's so basic and I love anything with cameras on it. And as you can see, I'm taking those Studio Calico white canvas cameras that I have 5 bajillion of. And I'm just adding 3 to every single page kit. So I'm just cutting out 3 of them and hopefully I can make myself use them because they need to be used. And again, a good way to encourage yourself to use some older supply or supply you have a lot of. Just throw it in the kit and it's right in front of you when you're sitting down to scrapbook with that particular kit. So again, one of the beauties of this process. So anyway, guys, I'm just about wrapping up here. And again, I apologize. This is just me babbling and putting product together. And so I know it's not that exciting, but I just thought I'd video and upload it, and whoever wants to watch it can watch it, and if they don't, then you don't have to. But I will hopefully have some different videos coming again soon, whether it be Hawaii or just a separate Kit Love video, or who knows, what'll come into my brain. But I really appreciate those of you who are watching and kind of even doing this process with me or watching this process. It is really still fun and I am enjoying it, and I hope you guys are as well. Thank you so much and happy scrapping. Bye-bye.